my background is investing. I started in New York, then I relocated to Asia. I did mostly private equity and industrial real estate in Asia. And I got hooked by the AI train. And the first thing I built was just translating local news. Because as a foreign investor, expat, you don't have the local context. So that
Right.
got me hooked. Then I got into doing more sophisticated like research, mapping all real estate locations. Then I built a market research tool. In between, I quit my job. And of course, I think we got to be honest, market research is very, let's say, at the base layer right now for all these fundamental model labs. So I am building more sophisticated, to me at least, tools for investors where we go one step beyond research. Like you don't want just the research. You, as the analyst grows, you want analysts to think a little bit. Is this a good opportunity? What does the number say? So we are basically at that point, and I'm going to show you a tool that does more math and thinks more like an investor, investment banker to analyze companies, basically. Let me show you how this works. The idea on this one is you as an investment banker or as a PE guy, you look at public market companies. And while you can always pull the 10K or go to Yahoo Finance or this or that, I think most people want something more dense, especially if you're an investor. You just don't want to say, oh, market is growing significantly, right? You want numbers. You want it to be based on footnotes in the 10Ks or the annual reporting or the management meeting. So that's where the secret sauce is. And I think AI is getting better. What we try to do here is trying to touch to these like small data, numbers, footnotes, and extract that information and use that in the analysis. So now I dumped about 7, 8 PDFs. I'm not using a US entity because I think their documents are so structured, so the analysis is easier. I'm going to something harder. I picked up a company from Singapore Stock Exchange because their reporting is not standardized actually. So here we put, I think, 7, 8 PDFs or 6 PDFs. And this is the type of PDFs we are going through. So this one is okay, simpler. I guess this is relatively simpler too, just like announcements. Then you have these decks with a lot of information. You will see that in the results. We are able to process all of them as well. Another short one, another presentation. And of course, we also have the unedited, audited, oh my God, the results. Yeah. So my wife is laughing at me. So fair enough. So all of this we can process, right? And we convert them into a structured output, as you can see here. And that's the value add. And we do this in right now 5 minutes, probably soon in 2 minutes, maybe in the future in 10 seconds. It's about a company called Keppel. They're an asset manager, actually. I just put that one because I'm more familiar with their business, so I can actually evaluate the results. After all this, all I do is just press start analysis. Obviously, similar to OpenAI, I'm also hiding my, let's say, thinking tokens or not showing what exactly is happening. Maybe we will show more of it. But the idea here is we are maybe doing 2,000 API calls. In the background, we have a managing director, analyst, senior associate. They are talking to each other, working with each other. And hopefully in a few minutes, we'll get the results. Okay, got it. I think this took, I'll check the time, but maybe 5, 6 minutes. On the top, you have the executive summary. Whatever is the style of the MD, you do that. I think this can be customized. You can check the specific PDF and the page. I think it's important to know where it comes from. This is basically more of a qualitative plus quantitative analysis. So if you look at the comments, every bullet point has numbers. Like it says property income increased to this. Net property income grew modestly from this figure to that figure. So the idea here is I feed it to think with financials, and in the end, it gives some strategic recommendations. So it says, given that approximately 42% leverage and a significant replenishment window in 2024, 2028, that's good. So it thought about the debt replenishment coming in. Immediate attention to refinancing is critical. Refinancing is critical. Companies should explore refinancing options. And towards then, I like this too. It says short weighted average. They have a short weighted average debt maturity, 2.4 to 2.9 years. I think that's what I want from LLMs, that they do like analysis with numbers. I think that's where they are failing so far. This is so sad. From there, like I think financial PDFs, there's some ESG comment. Not that I'm against anything on ESG, but I think it is less, let's say, data-based. There's a comment about, let's say, dividend policy adjustment. And it says
ROIC might be less than the cost of additional debt. Consider initiating or maintaining a stable dividend policy. Growth in high-performing regions. Prioritize further asset enhancement and potential acquisitions in regions with reliable performance metrics. For instance, Singapore, where MPI increased from this to that. So you can focus on there. Basically, the idea here is use the numbers and where the numbers come from. At the bottom, I have all the financials. You can see from which PDF and which page it came. And not only just the income statement and the balance sheet and so forth. I like catching small footnotes. So there's a page called performance breakdown. These company PDFs have or management discussions have various charts and images and so forth. So we extract that as well. There's one for property income, or let's go even deeper. So there will be more random stuff as we go here. Let's say debt profile and portfolio information. So all this information, piece of, let's say, facts, they don't come up if you just try ChatGPT. They still don't. Maybe 6 months, 1 year later, they may, but hopefully by then we'll be further ahead. So everything in the PDFs that relates to information that you can use, that includes management discussions, PowerPoints, everything, we can extract and convert it into a structured data. And once you make it a structured data, AI can analyze it better. I can also download this, open this one. You can actually save this information and everything will be structured. And you can basically see the numbers if it's any value to you. So imagine how quickly you can analyze these companies, and we can customize this. So I go to the bottom, and here again, the template changes from company to company. I have corporate actions, key customer suppliers, operating footprint, products and services. Everybody has a different style. But the value here is I do the analysis PDF by PDF and show to the user what was the result in each PDF. And then we combine it, and we do this for all of them. So in parallel, this is happening. So in the end, let's say in 5-6 minutes, this is the slow version, hopefully in 2 minutes soon, you will be able to analyze a company with numbers, with financials, and we are adding financial modeling to this as well. And you can probably improve how many companies you can review very quickly.